Savage Outdoors and going from ranch to ranch with our outfitting businesses. When we're gone, we still need everything to work on all of our places so that we can hunt and be successful. If something goes wrong and we don't fix it right, we've got big problems. What the heck? Man, this water has not run. This field is burned up.
The water was running. I had Jack shut it off. I mean, I'm not trying to throw Jack up underneath the bus, but Jack said he shut the water off. But obviously, I don't know what happened because the pivot's in the exact same spot. Well, I turned everything on like I was supposed to. I figured it was working. I guess it wasn't.
It didn't run right here. I mean, look at this. It's totally dry and all burned up. There's no, I mean, this field we were planning on it, being really active and holding a lot of deer. There's not going to be any deer out here. I mean, we're going to have to change everything up. Well, let's go check some other stuff because we're going to have to come up with something else.
I know.
That field is flat and burned up. That ain't going to work. Well, that kind of ruins the plan. Had a good deer coming in on a regular basis. We needed that food plot, and it's burned up. We have a problem. Well, when Randy and I found out that the pivot hadn't run, no water on the food plot, this was a major problem, a setback. Both of us sitting there going, what are we going to do? I mean, we had planned on these deer hitting this food plot good. I mean, in this part of Texas, green is gold. We don't have any gold on this trip. So it's always good to have a backup plan. We run over 100 cameras on our ranches here in Texas. I've constantly got the spy points out. And that's a good thing, because if you don't have a backup plan and things go south like they did this time, what are you going to do? Been out checking cameras, found some pretty good bucks, but this one deer is showing up regular and in the daylight. If we can get in there and hunt him, I think we got a good chance to get a shot at this deer. Our backup plan hopefully is going to come together, and this is what I was talking about when I talk about Jamie and Randy making fun of me for always going out and always doing that extra thing. Well, if I hadn't this time, we probably wouldn't have a good spot to hunt. So guys, the moral of this story, stay after it, work hard, and do everything you can. Turf, lots of big bucks, ruts on. We've got some crazy weather coming in. I've never seen snow since I moved here on any of the SOE ranches, and we're getting snow and sleet, freezing weather every night. It's crazy. One thing's for sure though, doesn't matter the weather, we're gonna kill a big buck. Gotta be out there to get one. It's a perfect morning. Nice and cold. We've even had a little bit of sleet, which is crazy for Texas. Been seeing a lot of deer, and not just bucks, but a lot of does here on this camera. I've got a spy point camera just in front of the stand here. And this time of year, they're definitely chasing does. It matters. And a lot of times these big bucks will show up where there's just a lot of deer because they got to come check it. So we've had one really good deer and then a number of different shooters in and out of here. And I think they're just checking all these does because the does really like this spot. We're just going to hunker down this morning. It's breaking enough light now we can see good. And we've had some deer in and out all morning since we got in the blind, but I think it's going to be a good morning. Some more deer coming out in the back there. It's another spike. Two spikes. You don't see a lot of spikes on this ranch. Oh, over here is another deer. That's a buck. Now that is a good looking 2-year-old 10-point right there. He's gonna walk right up here to the blind. That's a nice deer. In a couple years, he's gonna be a big one. For sure. We can get a big buck to do this. We're going to be good. As many deer as we've got in and out this morning, I would think for sure one of those mature bucks will show up. That 110's been in here a lot on the camera. There's another deer right here. Super close. It's that young 10 point. He's right here beside us. Deer in the back. That's a small buck. There's another deer behind him. Shooter buck. Definitely shooter buck. He's gonna come in here. That's a good deer. They're gonna come up here. I think they're gonna come all the way. That's that 10 point I was saying. That's that 10 point. He's coming. Keep coming, big guy. He's gotta keep coming though. He's gotta get up here where these other deer are. He's gonna come. It's gonna turn a little bit. Broadside for me to take a shot. Oh, come on. There we go. That shot looked good. It felt good. The spot was right on him. I mean, that's a good deer. That's the 10 point I was talking about. He came out all the way down there at the end of that road and walked all the way down here to us. Yes. Perfect morning here in South Texas. We don't get this kind of weather very often. It was sleeting and raining and sleeting and raining, beating on the blind. I'm glad we were in a ground blind. And they took forever. It's like the deer didn't know what to do this morning with the cold weather like this. And he came in late. Big, mature buck. Yes, sir. This hunt definitely did not start off like we wanted it to. Pivot didn't run, food plot was burned up, and we were frustrated right out of the gates. Now, we constantly are running cameras and always try to have a couple of backup plans because you never know, it's hunting. Not everything's gonna go perfect, especially when we're on the road so much. We just can't keep up with all these things all the time. Stuff's gonna go wrong, and if you don't plan for it, you're gonna lose. Well, after checking a bunch of trail cameras, I was able to locate this big buck, get a blind set up, and man, I got lucky. He showed up the first sit. We don't get cold weather in this part of Texas very often, and this was a rough day. But man, it put the deer on their feet. They had to feed. It doesn't get any better than that.